Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the Flight Sim world. This is Viperstrike 95. And today we're back with another around the world trip, or our all countries trip, day 51 of our trip. Can you believe it's been over half a century now? But today we got a pretty exciting day for you guys. We'll be checking out Phoenix, Sedona, Flagstaff, Grand Canyon, and Las Vegas today. This should be an absolutely breathtaking flight. You guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this flight. So before we get started, I'd like to say hello to everyone in the chat and all that, and all the lurkers. Hello to everyone, the mods and lurkers. Great to have you guys along for the stream. So great to have you guys here too. So we'll go over the flight plan very shortly. So let's go over the flight plan for this morning's flight. No, that's not true. Hello, Nat. Here. So here's the flight plan for today's stream. So we're going to fly out of Phoenix Sky Harbor, make your way, fly over downtown Phoenix for a bit. Then from there, we'll head up all the way up north. We're going to fly all the way north over to Sedona. We'll check out the Red Rocks of Sedona. Or make it our first stop here at Sedona Airport, where many flight simmers have started their flight sim journeys here. Sedona Airport, you guys all know this airport. Then from there, we'll fly over the Red Rocks and make our way to a waypoint here in Flagstaff, Arizona, home of the Lau Observatory. In Humphreys Peak, we'll make our way around Humphreys Peak and make our second stop here at Grand Canyon National Park Airport. Kilo Golf Charlie November. And finally, from there, we'll make our way and we'll fly across the Grand Canyon. We'll have a bit of a pit stop here at a little bit of a pit stop here in 1G4, and then make our way to Lake Mead, fly over Hoover Dam, and then of course we're going to visit Las Vegas, Nevada, fly over the Strip, and make our way over to Harry Reid International Airport to wrap up the flight. I can't think of a better way to wrap up the stream than this. So guys, I think this should be an amazing flight plan today. We're going to see stunning terrain all across this flight. It's going to be fantastic. We got our Piper Comanche here. That will be the bird we'll be taking today. Of course, you guys all know the A2A Comanche from A2A Simulations, one of the best GA points in the sim, and I'm happy to finally take this bird to the skies with you. Let's go ahead. It's been a while since I've been in the Comanche. Fly downs, build shocks. So here we are. We got the Comanche up and ready to go. Payload's looking pretty good. And we're ready to make our way out of Phoenix Sky Harbor. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take off 07 left for today. Make our way over to there. Yeah, it's been a while since I've taken the Comanche out for a spin. Yeah, beautiful plane. I love the Comanche. It's always been a longtime favorite of mine in the sim. We're gonna have some stunning flying here. So our cruising altitude for today's stream, by the way, is going to be, the max altitude for today's flight is going to be 10,000 feet. So for Phoenix, we'll climb up to 8,000 feet for the first leg. So I'm going to set the heading select. Climb up to 10,000 feet. If you guys want to join on in, we're on the southeast. Hey, hello, B-Turk. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. This is the Firefly Air livery for this thing. This is the virtual airline livery for this. Got the white, black, and teal. Definitely pretty classic color scheme. Reminds me of the San Jose Sharks color scheme for their ice hockey team. And we're off with the Comanche. I want to press the engine. Too long. Oh, where's everyone at with you? We just took off from Phoenix Sky Harbor. As heading indicator. We're in the Southeast Asia server, so we're gonna do info. That's where we're at currently. Near KP. Phoenix International Sky Harbor. Oh. here is downtown Phoenix, everyone. This is Phoenix, Arizona. By the way, if you guys aren't aware, Phoenix is the most populous state capital in the country. So you can, to our right, you can see Chase Field, home of the Arizona Diamondbacks. You also have the Footprint Arena, home of the Phoenix Suns basketball team, make their home here. Also around this area, you could the state capitol, not too far from here, is the state capitol. We're gonna go ahead and turn our heading. Is going to be at 2 degrees. It's Arizona. All this, by the way, is a massive metropolitan area. The Phoenix metropolitan area is massive. It isn't just Phoenix. It contains the communities of Scottsdale, Tempe, Mesa, Gilbert, Glendale, and Deer Valley are all part of the metropolitan area of Phoenix. So absolutely huge areas around this area. Huge facility. Phoenix is also a pretty popular airport hub for some of our virtual airlines at FS Hub. Not ours though. RBA doesn't have any hubs in Phoenix. Instead, our hub's actually in Las Vegas. We will be flying to. But yeah, this area is definitely pretty nice here. I've been doing some research and stuff around the Phoenix area. There's quite a bit of stuff to do around the Phoenix area. Right here, for example, these are the Phoenix Mountains. I did a whole sea tour of Phoenix, by the way. It's on my YouTube channel. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. That's where I put my VODs. So if you want to check them out, here's the link. But I did a whole sea tour of the Phoenix area. That'll be pretty cool. Area that's worth visiting. Go ahead and I'm gonna slowly trim. That way I can get a clean but we're gonna climb up to 8,000 feet for this first leg. We're heading this is gonna be quite a bit of a long leg, but we're flying to Sedona. That was going to be our first leg of the trip, is to Sedona. Now, of course, you guys all probably know Sedona. If you guys are familiar with Sedona as a city, if you ever start your sim, this was actually where you do all your flight training stuff for Microsoft Flight Sim in Sedona. And while I was compiling some research for this area, Sedona was I saw many of the pictures and stuff, and Sedona looks absolutely gorgeous place. And I've done some flying around Sedona for quite a while. Definitely a beautiful area. 100% worth checking out, for sure. Take it as you must from me, of course. Yeah, guys, I hope you all had a good weekend. Yesterday, I was doing some virtual airline stuff, I was doing another due schedule around Las Vegas, so I did an entire due schedule out of Vegas. So I flew into Monterey Regional in California, Sacramento, Eagle County in Vail, Colorado, Salt Lake City, Utah, and one leg back to Portland, which was definitely interesting to fly to Portland, Oregon. But Eagle County Airport in Vail is absolutely so absolutely gorgeous. Vail Airport is one of my absolute favorite places to land because you can land like a 7.5 up there, and it's got a gorgeous mountain approach. Might want to show it off in one of the Wednesday streams. So once we fly over to there, so yeah, Eagle County definitely pretty nice. Portland's pretty cool. But yeah, our virtual airline's doing quite well. We got a new achievement. I'll have to do that later today after the stream. I'm going to be working on a new achievement. It's going to be a new flight achievement for our airline. It's going to be in the Aleutian Islands. It's going to be in the Aleutian Islands. Also, the Phoenix area definitely has also some really busy GA airports, including this one to our left. That is Phoenix Deer Valley. This is another very popular general aviation airport. And there's a whole load of GA airports all around the Phoenix metropolitan area. Like Scottsdale, for example, is one of the busiest ones in the country. And of course, Falcon Field. Let's not forget Falcon Field. Phoenix Deer Valley is a very busy GA airport. Apparently, it's the 5th busiest GA airport. It's the busiest GA airport in the world. Is Deer Valley. Super busy GA airport. There are a lot of airports all around the Phoenix area. So if you guys want to join on in, you guys are more than free to join on in for this trip. So yeah, some pretty big stuff happened over the past week or so. One of the big things that's been going on over the past week has been some new stuff. So I have been hearing rumors of PMDG making a new plane. So there's quite a few things a lot of people mention. Some people wish it would bring a 7.5 to the sim. You know what they would do? I threw out the Convair CV240 because I know the D6 would be interesting. But how cool would it be to actually have another old turboprop liner? Like, we haven't had a lot of those old vintage turboprop airliners of the 50s, of the post-war prop line. The only ones we've had is the DC6, which is amazing, and I need to take that out more. And then, of course, the Red Wings Connie. Outside of that, though, we didn't really have any post-war prop liners very much. That's why maybe the Convair 240 would be good, because they're still flying to this day, CV240. And those bad boys have been flown all around the world. They built many variants of these things, from air tanker to firefighting plane to military trainer. Very versatile plane, the Convair CV240 family, and they've been flown to everywhere in the world you could think of. They've flown they've been flown in every continent. So I think they would be a really good addition to them. Long history. L188 would also, yeah, that would also be a good addition. The L188, that would be good too. That would be good if it wasn't that and the Convair were the two big turboprop liners from there. I think that those would be good additions. And the L180 Electra is still very popular historically. But they're already planning on working the 747. That's something that you confirmed. They're already working on the 7.4. They already planned it for that. So it couldn't be the 7.4. It's already coming. We already know about it. I'm thinking something else. That's why I'm thinking it might be something more unexpected. If I know. Scenery here is just gorgeous. Gorgeous scenery here today in Arizona. Just beautiful. So we're actually flying towards the interior zone of Arizona. We're actually in the transitory zone of Arizona, which we covered yesterday. But basically in that transitory zone, we were flying between desert area, the lowland desert valleys, and the Colorado Plateau, which is going to be around where the Grand Canyon is. We're flying in the middle. I guess we can stick to altitude on it. And I just press. Oh, the Beech 1900D might be good. Jetstream 41 would be interesting. Jetstream 41 would be interesting. Yeah, I think they worked on those in the past, I believe. I think those would both be a good addition. Turboprop liners again, don't really Jetstream 41 or the. Yeah, both of these could work really nice. Turboprop planes and their regional airliners too. But I mean, they would be perfect for some of the airliner stuff. I think the 1900 would be perfect for our Vancouver hub because they flew the Beechcraft 1900D. They actually have 10 of them. They mainly do flying to some of the more remote areas of British Columbia, Kamloops, Nanaimo, Prince George, Victoria. They would be very good candidates for those routes. They would be great candidates, and would definitely not disagree with that. So we're not too far away. We're about to head to Sedona. Here's the notes for Sedona, guys. Notes for Sedona. Beautiful Sedona, Arizona. You guys probably know where we're going. So Sedona. Sedona, Arizona straddles the line between the Coconino and Yavapai counties of Arizona. Population 10,000 people. However, this city is most well known for its beautiful red sandstone formations, and during the rising mountain sun, they're actually glow in a brilliant orange or red, and they're the backdrop for many activities from spiritual pursuits to hiking and mountain biking trails. It was actually named after Sedona Schnelby, whose husband was the city's first postmaster, and she is the namesake of the city and was celebrated for her hospitality and industrial. It's also been a popular filming location for films like Desert Fury, Blood on the Moon, 310 to Yuma. Which is an absolutely beautiful setting as well. And it's very popular. There's plenty of things to do here in Sedona. And there's some really notable land formations here too. The Seven Sacred Pools, Bell Rock, Capitol Butte, Cathedral Rock, Courthouse Butte, and Wilson Mountain are some of the well-known formations. So Sedona definitely is an absolutely cool area here. Absolutely gorgeous. Sedona is an absolutely beautiful location to visit. If you're a nature lover, Sedona should be very much on top of your list in Arizona. And finally, our airport we'll be checking out for our first stop is, of course, Sedona Airport, Kilo Sierra Echo Zulu, located in, it's actually located on top of a high mesa, and it's actually a very common for tourist locals to see the approaching plane fly overhead and disappear in the mountains. And they're very close to the famous Red Rocks in Sedona, and it's very well known for being the location for the flying lessons on the ground and in the air from Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's one of the handcrafted airports, given a real-life detail. It's actually pretty recent, opened back in 1955. At the time, it didn't have a paved runway, so they paved it in 1957, and at some point, it used to have local airline service in the 90s, but however, it's very popular for the business, for the GA stuff. So that's Sedona Airport. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's something for us Microsoft Flight Sim people, we've been pretty familiar with the place. It's something we know of very, very well. We know of that place. Yeah, this should be a really nice area. We'd be very excited to actually check out. So, so this week coming up for Murph's channel, by the way. Murph's a close friend of ours, obviously. So next week he's going to be on Monday. He'll be doing another part of a Euro Crash. He'll be going through in the Bonanza from Wrocław all the way to Krakow, and then make our way to Zilina in Slovakia, and then finally make our way to Plesnani Airport, Lima Zulu Papa Papa. So he'll be doing that then. So I'm gonna be checking that out on Monday when I'm gonna be gone. Hey, Planet Neutral, good to see you, my dude. Definitely check out Planet Neutral's channel. I hope you guys check him out. I know he's a bit late for some of you guys in Europe, but he's an awesome dude, and I massively enjoy his content here. So, welcome on in, Planet Neutral. I hope you're doing well. We're flying the Comanche over in Arizona. We're heading to our first stop here in beautiful Sedona. Definitely worth checking out. We're doing some general aviation flying here today. Yeah, the scenery in Arizona is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the scenery in Arizona is absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, we'll be doing plenty of general aviation streaming within the next after the next 3 streams. So for this around the world trip, we will be back on Friday. We'll be back in Las Vegas, and we'll head up from Las Vegas over to Moab, Utah. We'll be checking out a couple of beautiful natural scenery: the Valley Fire State Park, St. George, Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, Canyonlands, and Arches National Parks. So we'll get the big 5 Utah national parks out of the way. Then next Sunday's stream is going to be visiting Grand Teton and Yellowstone. That one should be a really good stream too. Looking forward to the streams for sure. And then for next Wednesday, it's going to be another virtual airline stream on Wednesday. And I'm thinking that we're doing Zurich. So I'll probably put a list of destinations, but I think some of them include Salzburg. Salzburg is going to be a destination because of the New World Update. Munich, Salzburg, Frankfurt, Klagenfurt, and finally, the bonus destination should be Luxembourg. So, or it might be Cologne, depending on. So, yeah, that's what I'm planning for next week. We'll be going to these destinations as well, so I'm pretty excited. Looking forward to visiting some new spots. We're gonna make our way to Sedona very soon. So beautiful Sedona is gonna be coming our way soon. Just pull the mixture back a bit. And actually get a bit more performance by pulling the mixture out a bit. Arizona's definitely pretty. Now around the Phoenix, if you actually look to your left, a while back away, there's a community in this area called Prescott. Fun fact, before Phoenix was the capital of the Arizona Territory, Prescott used to be the capital of the Arizona Territory. But that was before they decided to move over to Phoenix, due to Phoenix being much better suited for agriculture than Prescott. Definitely some pretty interesting information. So once we make our way to Sedona, we'll take a pit stop here at Sedona Airport. Then we'll fly around the Sedona area before heading back over Flagstaff. We'll take some pictures and spend some time in Sedona, make our way to Flagstaff, check out a little bit of downtown, and then climb up our way up to Grand Canyon Village. Also, funny enough, on the mesa itself, where the Sedona Airport's actually has an overlook. You can actually look over the airport mesa. That's actually a very popular attraction. You can actually visit the Sedona Airport and look on top of the mesa. And you can get some absolutely gorgeous views of the scenery in Sedona. Like, no joke. To actually see some incredible scenery of the city. Like, some of the views, some of these pictures I'm seeing here in Google, absolutely gorgeous scenery. Absolutely gorgeous. Around the airport mesa. But it gives you some absolutely incredible views. So we'll be checking out Sedona very shortly. We're about to arrive to Montezuma Castle, Montezuma, Arizona, Camp Verde. Now, of course, this area right here, Montezuma Castle, is actually a really unique. It's actually a national monument, and it's actually built by the Hokum indigenous people. The Sigua people actually built on this cave dwelling, and it dates back to around between 1100 and 1425 AD. Like 5 stories high, and it has 20 rooms. They actually built on the side of the limestone. Pretty cool stuff. And that's where we're flying over very shortly. So you can see a lot about one. I think that's Montezuma's castle area around here. That's to our left. That's Montezuma Well, and I think the castle is where the cave dwellers are. There's Lake Montezuma and all. Yeah, the scenery here is just gorgeous. What lovely scenery today. And here's the thing, the scenery's only going to get better when we get further north, Grand Canyon. Just gorgeous scenery. And I think we're about to arrive at Sedona very shortly. And here's Sedona, man. Absolutely incredible scenery in Sedona. Better get the cameras out for that one. That's why I took the Comanche today. I thought that would be a really good plane for the Southwest United States. Here's Sedona. You can see the red rocks, the red sandstone. This is very obvious. Look at the sights in Sedona. This is gorgeous. Oh yeah, and also here's the thing. There's Mount Humphrey way in the background. That's the tallest point in Arizona, right in the background. Imagine what this is gonna look like in 24. What Sedona's gonna look like. That's why I'm very excited to do this GA route, guys, because I know you guys are gonna like this. Phoenix to Vegas, GA is gonna be gorgeous. So this is the Munns Mountains Wilderness area. So if you get that is gorgeous scenery. Look at that. Holy heck, look at the scenery here today. That. Look at the scenery here in Sedona. My goodness gracious. That is. So we're going to go ahead and prepare for the landing here at Sedona Airport. And there's our airport right here in gorgeous Sedona, Arizona. So we're going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot master. Go ahead and cut the power a little bit. Prepare for our landing here in Sedona Airport. Gorgeous approach, because obviously we're landing in Sedona. Have to go. After Sedona, we'll make our way over Flagstaff and Grand Canyon National Park. So during that, we'll talk briefly about Grand Canyon National Park after we get through Flagstaff. There we go. Made it down into Sedona. We'll make a pit stop here in Sedona. Stop right. Yeah, look at that as a backdrop. Oh man, that is a backdrop. Guys, this will be our first stop of the day here in beautiful Sedona. We'll take a quick break. If you guys want to join on in, you guys are more free to join in on the Southeast Asian server. Just take something that can at least go to around 150 knots to 160 something knots. So you guys are more than welcome to do it. Just absolutely gorgeous backdrop. One of the most stunning GA airports in the United States. And there are many stunning ones, but this is among the more stunning parts because it's Sedona, Arizona. So after this, we'll have our next stop here. We'll be flying over Flagstaff shortly. So let's go ahead and get back ready to get going again. Go ahead and get going. Yeah. We're going to climb to 10,000 feet. We're going to head over to Flagstaff for our next stop. So we're going to head to Flagstaff next. Flagstaff will be our next place we'll be checking out. So the city of Flagstaff is the seat of Coconino County, Arizona, population 76,000 people. This city is well known for the largest contiguous ponderosa pine in the continental United States, and it sits next to Mount Eldon, the highest, which is one of the highest peaks in Arizona. Is 10 miles north is Humphreys Peak, the highest mountain in Arizona, at 12,637 feet. It was originally settled in the pre-Columbian native Siguana people. The area around Flagstaff is fertile land from volcanic ash. It was first settled presently in 1876. It used to be part of Route 66 during the 1930s and all that. They even found Pluto from here. And it mainly was developed with lots of the observatory centers make their home here in Flagstaff. There's some major parks and recreation. Due to its proximity to Grand Canyon National Park and others, it made it a pretty popular tourist attraction and is a hub for road cycling and mountain biking, as well as a rich local culture and art scene. So, pretty beautiful stuff. Flagstaff's really cool. We're going to officially climb over to 10,000 feet. So, once we'll be 10,000 feet for the rest of this leg, and then for the rest of the stream will be around 7,500. Then we'll drop lower and make our way down to 3,500 feet so we can fly over Las Vegas. That's going to be how we're going to do things for the rest of the streams. But yeah, really cool stuff. Flagstaff's a cool city. There's lots of historic districts here as well. It does have an airport, Flagstaff Pullman Airport, which is primarily a GA airport, though it does have airline service to Dallas, Fort Worth, and Sky Harbor. Mm. $10,000 feet. So there's Flagstaff. Of course, way up here is Humphreys Peak. This is Arizona's tallest point. Yeah, the scenery in this area is stunning. Arizona. I'm hoping that actually in the future, if I ever do get MSF 2024, after this around the world trip, I guess my next series would probably be the 50 states and 50 streams. So I'll be doing 50 US states and 50 streams. So we'll be doing each of the 50 United States. And we'll go in alphabetical order too. We'll go through alphabetical order, starting with Alabama and ending it with Wyoming. So we'll be doing each of the 50 states. It'll be a GA thing, just like we did for the stuff. We'll be doing a general aviation stream, so we'll be doing GA planes flights. We'll do GA stream in Alabama, for example. We'll start our way in Alabama from Huntsville. We'll start at Huntsville, make our way south over to Birmingham, going through Montgomery, and making our way down to Mobile, Alabama. Make our way through all the states, for example. That would be one we would do. Or if it's Indiana, we go from Evansville, make our way up through Bloomington, through there, Bloomington, Indianapolis, go up to go through Kokomo, Fort Wayne, and up to South Bend. But that would basically be what this stream would be about. It would be up to 50 United States. That way, you guys get a full taste of what the. Here's Flagstaff Polo Airport. Pretty nice airport. It's got a beautiful approach. If you land from 03, you get to fly over to Sedona. Always a gorgeous approach. Here's downtown Flagstaff. So down below here is the campus of Northern Arizona University. The Lumberjacks is what they call it. And if you notice, a lot of these areas here in Flagstaff got a lot of observatory centers and all that. So, pretty gorgeous stuff here in Arizona. Here's Flagstaff. Absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, this is gorgeous. There's downtown Flagstaff. Outside neighborhood. I'm gonna go ahead and set the jar pot heading. We'll set it to 322. Yeah, there is. Down below is also the Lau Observatory. So this is the Lau Observatory. There's a lot of the observatory for stargazing. So if you want to look at the stars, Flagstaff's one of the best places in the country to do stargazing. In fact, the city itself actually even has policies to deal with light pollution. But absolutely gorgeous. Great area. Like in this sim. So now we're gonna head our way over to cut the mixture a little bit, and we're gonna fly our way over and we'll make our way over to beautiful Grand Canyon National Park. So I want to talk a little bit about Grand Canyon National Park for a bit. This is the big attraction over here today. And this is actually the 15th site in the United States to be a national park. And of course, the central feature is, of course, the mighty Grand Canyon, one of the wonders of the world. This national park covers over 1.21 million acres of land, and it received more than 4.7 million recreational visitors in 2023. And the Grand Canyon was a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. This is among the most visited national parks in the country. But the Grand Canyon's actually had the canyon itself has a very long history, dating back to 5 to 6 million years ago. However, some of the rocks here were dated back to be even older than that. Some of these rocks have been dated back to 1.25 billion years ago. But the national park is one of the most well-known. Surprisingly though, despite all this, the Grand Canyon is not the most visited national park. It is actually second most visited national park in the country. The one that's most visited is the Smoky Mountains in Tennessee. This is number 2. And it's probably because the Smoky Mountains are much more visited by a lot of people. Oh yeah, this is Grand Canyon National Airport. Here's the park. So the national park is located in northern Arizona, one of the wonders of the world. So the history of this national park dates back to the 1800s. The Grand Canyon's been around for 5 or 6 million years, but the Grand Canyon area was well known to Americans in the 1880s after railroads were built and pioneers developed infrastructure in early tourist. Theodore Roosevelt Roosevelt actually visited the park and he actually had a lot of interest to preserve it. However, it wasn't designated as a national park. There were first attempted to be a national park in 1882. However, it took all the way to 1919 when it finally became a national park, signed by Woodrow Wilson and established in 1919 as a national park. The creation of this park was an early success for the conservation movement. As a result, and the park is now currently a UNESCO World Heritage Site and is one of the most visited national parks in the country. And it's even featured in the America the Beautiful Quarters, 2010. Well, so it became a national park and it became a huge success for the national park. So it became a really successful area. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get out of the plane for a minute. So yeah, this is Humphreys Peak we just flown over. Behind us is Humphreys Peak. The highest point in Arizona is right here. So there's quite a bit of things to do here in this national park, of course. Is its geography. And this is one of the most striking features of the Grand Canyon, is its geography. The Grand Canyon is valued for its size, depth, and exposed layers of colorful rocks. Dating back to pre-Cambrian times, the canyon itself was created by the incision of the Colorado River and its tributaries. After the Colorado Plateau, which is also featured in the states of Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico, were uplifted, causing the Colorado River system to develop a path. But the two primary areas of the park are the south and north rims, and adjacent to the canyon area itself. The rest of the park is extremely rugged and remote, though many are accessible through backcountry roads and pack trails. The south rim is more accessible to the north and accounts for 90% of the park is actually visiting through south rim. And the headquarters are actually located in Grand Canyon Village, not far from the south entrance. South rim features some striking canyons, and we'll be flying to the south rim. There's all sorts of lodging stuff too. You can find lodges and stuff near the national park. The north rim is higher in elevation than the south rim. However, because it is so much higher, it is closed December 1 for May 15th due to elevated snowfall. And of course, in the north rim, you can find the historic Grand Canyon Lodge by the National Park State. The climate is actually not as bad as you think it is. Surprisingly, even in July, it only gets to mean 90 degrees during the Grand Canyon, Arizona, which actually is not that bad. In the wintertime, like in the fall and stuff, the weather in October and November, December are actually quite good. It's not bad at all. Temperature-wise, it's pretty good. There's plenty of activities to do here in the national park. In the North Rim, there are a few roads, but you can find some beautiful lookouts, which include 7,000 feet down the canyon, tons of hiking trails, mainly the Wood Forest Trail, Uncle Jim's Trail, and the North Kaibab Trail, which can fall all the way down to the Colorado River. And there's also the Torwheat Outlook. In the South Rim, there's more to do in the South Rim, like walking tours through the Rim Trail, and hikes can begin on all sorts of trails. Mather Point is a very popular place to begin. And of course, you can also do canyon flyovers from the South Rim. However, if you want to do some sightseeing here, they're not allowed to fly within 1,500 feet of the rim within the Grand Canyon itself. You can still do flights within the canyon, but they have to be outside of the national park boundary. So you gotta be a little careful about doing some sightseeing stuff in the Grand Canyon. Now, this is the simulator, so we won't be affected by the rules of the canyon. So, but as a word of caution, we're still gonna be flying around 8,000 feet, so we have plenty of clearance to clear over the Grand Canyon if we need to. Something to keep in mind for all of us here in the team. Yeah, the scenery here is just really cool. After we land here at Grand Canyon Airport, this is where we're going to do the real meat of the flying here today. Is going to be the Grand. We're going to go out from Grand Canyon Park, fly over Grand Canyon Village, make our way through the national park, make our way through the Grand Canyon itself, and we'll fly through. We'll fly a bit of the north and south rims, make our way west. We're going to fly along the canyon. And then from there, we'll stop at Grand Canyon West Airport just for a quick break before heading our way to Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this stream. If you guys are liking this stream and you want to smash that follow button and support the channel, do so. We stream 3 days a week. Wednesdays are going to be the virtual airline streams, and we'll do around the world trips on Fridays and Sundays. So we're gonna actually visit an airport pretty shortly. This is Grand Canyon Airport. So we'll be visiting this airport pretty shortly. This is Grand Canyon National Park Airport. Kilo Golf, Charlie November actually. This airport is actually very popular for seeing tours and charter flights. Last year, in 2007, it had 294 passenger boardings. And you wouldn't believe this, but despite this being a GA airport, it's actually the fourth most active air carrier airport in the state, behind Phoenix, Sky Harbor, Tucson International, and Phoenix Mesa. Over 40 air tours and commuter carriers serve this airport. And this airport's been around since 1925, and this new one was actually opened in 1965. But it's a very popular tour. Back in the old days, this used to have scheduled passenger service. Way back in the old days. Air West, Republic Airlines, even TriStar Airlines. They used to fly DC-9s here, BA 146s, Fairchild F-27s, which are basically Fokker F-27s. Beechcraft 1900s flew here from America West. EC-6 Twin Otters, Swearington Metro, and Cessna 402 props. In the past, you wouldn't believe this, but in the past, there used to be charter services that flew the 767-300s here. And most recently, in 2024, Air Force One landed here. In August 8th, actually landed here at this airport. Yes, a 747-8, 747-200 landing here. Which is pretty crazy. This airport's pretty cool. And they currently operate 4 companies operate tours here: Grand Canyon Airlines, Westwood Aviation Service with Cessna Skywagons, Papillion Grand Canyon Helicopters, and Maverick Helicopter. So, definitely a pretty cool airport. Definitely a pretty cool airport here, and here's the canyon. Okay, Grand Canyon Airport is which is right over here is the once we land here, we'll stop here for our second stop of the day. Got 2 more left to go, which is going to we just got 2 last stops to Grand Canyon West Airport, and finally over to Las Vegas, Nevada. Here we go, guys. Our next stop of the day. We're landing at Grand Canyon National Park Airport. So yeah, Grand Canyon Air Tour, Grand Discovery Air Tour. So yeah, they had their airplane tour. It takes about 40 to 45 minutes. You get to fly over the Grand Canyon's East Rim, additional flight time over the North Rim, and flight time takes about 40 to 50 minutes. So you get to do some airplane tours. Yeah, you get to check out on park. But that's just at the national park. You can actually do tours from Las Vegas as well. You can actually do Grand Canyon flights over the Grand Canyon from Vegas. Which is also another reason I wanted to do this flight. Oh, what's this? Hey, Cop Stick with the Fall. Welcome on in. And Larry Goffman. Good to see you both. Oh, cool. The St. Tinges tour guide. Good to see you, Goffnick. Hope you're doing well. Cool. Felt like some planes were gonna land in our car. Yeah, I bet so. Lots of tours and stuff. Yeah, we'll make a stop here at Grand Canyon National Park Airport. It's hard to believe that this is actually, in terms of air carrier service, it's actually Arizona's fourth busiest airport. But it's actually got a long airliner service history. So we'll take a break here for just a little bit. We'll get ready to go. I purchased tour add-ons, and I tried the 101 Sports. The attention is really good, but I ultimately conclude what you do, and I definitely appreciate your kindness. Yeah, St. Tinges definitely has a really cool AI thing, too. It's definitely one of the really cool... I did watch the videos on it. It's just the major issue, for it has been the price. I don't think any traffic goes out here over the Grand Canyon. That's all further west. Exactly. But the national park itself has been used quite a bit, and you'd be surprised if it's hit. That's exactly right, Gomnick. Yeah, here goes over the Grand Canyon. Yeah, exactly. The reason they don't go out of the Grand Canyon is because of the rules they have in place. Mainly with some of the laws passed in the 1980s. Why they couldn't do the tours over the Grand Canyon like they used to. If you guys are more than welcome to join on in. If you guys want to join in, here we are. Southeast Asia server. We're in Kilo Golf Bravo November. We're currently heading. We got 2 more stops left to go. Our next one's going to be at Grand Canyon West Airport, 1 Golf 4. We'll check that out. And then, of course, our final stop will be at Las Vegas Harry Reid Airport. Yeah. My parents want to avoid helicopters for that reason. That's why our parents decided not to do helicopters. Well, we're going to climb up to... helicopter in this area is kind of jarring. That's why I avoid doing helicopter stuff. Like, that's why I rather take the fixed wing planes. At least I don't have to worry about someone mix up the helicopter. And we put it on the outside. 8,000 feet should be enough to get through all the legs here. So we're about to hit the south rim. We're going to be flying over Grand Canyon Village. Now, this is where they got a lot of the buildings and stuff. Lodging and all stuff. That's located here in the village. Now, of course, this area is going to get a major overhaul for flights in 2024. It's going to get a complete overhaul for that sim. No need to brush through. Yeah, this canyon stuff stretches miles. Grand Canyon. And prepare the turn. bucket list for me is to take a rim-to-rim hike. Oh, absolutely. In fact, Larry, if you're so interested to actually learn, I'm currently doing research for fall 2026. So, I was doing some research for this area. I would love to do that. I'm doing some research for fall 2026. So I got, I'm doing some research for, I'm doing some research for places to visit 2026. So Grand Canyon is one of the places I'm doing some research. So I got some stuff to do. I may want to do a flight scene tour around the Grand Canyon area, and of course, check out some of the sightseeing stuff and all that. I would really like to do that as well. Grand Canyon's a bucket list for me too. Along with the Big Five Utah National Parks is a bucket list. Zion, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, Canyonlands and Arches, that's a bucket list. And of course, Grand Teton and Yellowstone are also in there too. And then Colorado as well. I really want to check out Colorado. Beautiful state. And I did some research at home about all of this. So Colorado, I got a couple places I listed for in the future. I talked to my parents. So I think some of the places I'm most interested in checking out is Aspen, Vail, and Glenwood Springs would be amazing for a week. And you can get there from Eagle County Airport, which is, I mean, Aspen's about an hour and a half drive from Eagle County Airport, and Vail and Glenwood Springs are about 30 minutes to get there. But those are some absolute gorgeous mountain towns. Gorgeous mountain towns, tons of things to do. And of course, if you want to visit any of the larger cities, there's Denver and Colorado Springs. They come to mind pretty much. They come pretty much into mind because got tubing, rafting, jeep tours, and more. Tons of really cool stuff. Another thing too, Durango has got, of course, the railroad, Durango and Silverton Railroad, one of the most scenic railroad trips in the country. It is one of the it's considered by many to be one of the most scenic railroads in the United States. It's a very popular attraction. I did get to see a video of it. It is absolutely gorgeous. You go right through the Rocky Mountain countryside of Colorado. And of course, Colorado Springs, you've got Pikes Peak, of course. Pikes Peak, Garden of the Gods, Red Rock Canyon. And of course, you also have the United States U.S. Olympic Museum and the Air Force Academy. Too. And then finally is Denver and Boulder with Rocky Mountain National. Colorado, I've been to skied in Aspen twice. Snowmass basalt area. Cool. Yeah, actually 3 times. Oh yeah, Aspen's very pretty. Dude, Aspen's gorgeous. I've seen plenty of stuff in Aspen. Like I said, I've been there because our family want to go out west. So I thought that would be good. Aspen would be gorgeous. Vail would be gorgeous in the fall. Would be gorgeous. Vail would be stunning. Glenwood Springs would be. Like I said, Colorado would be perfect for something like that. And plus, for where I live, Colorado would be the one of the more accessible options from where I live in Florida. The flight wouldn't be bad at all, and so I think that would work. But yeah, the Grand Canyon has been absolutely gorgeous today. Let's take a look at the exterior view. Hey, Copper Sticks! Yeah, look at the views out here. Gorgeous. Now, FS24. Oh boy, I can't wait to see what that looks like in the live stream. Their version of the Grand Canyon is absolutely insane. It's gonna be absolutely. He's one of the best formation fighters. Absolutely, Copper Six amazing at formation. Just Grand Canyon, one of the world's great natural landmarks. And that's actually why I decided to fly to Phoenix in the first place. For this is because we wanted to do the Grand Canyon. We can't have an all countries tour without going at least through the Grand Canyon. It wouldn't be one of these. But all this, by the way, is carved by the Colorado River. All down below us is the mighty Colorado. Oh yeah. Also, another thing I would like to do in the Grand Canyon is rafting. I know it's not cheap, but man, rafting through the Grand Canyon would be something. Gorgeous. It's striking red rocks and all that. Oh man, never gets old. We're gonna go ahead and so we'll be heading to our next stop here in Grand Canyon, last year. I'm gonna change the time for a little. I want to see what it looks like on the ride. Just wanted to see what it looked like with the sunrise condition. I'll change it back to the original time. Oh my god. Oh man, look what it looks like under the. Oh, that is incredible. Oh Lord, the scenery. Oh yeah, it's definitely cool with all the geological history. Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of history. Actually, absolutely. The Grand Canyon. Some of the rocks have been dated back to over 1 billion years ago. Apparently, this some of these rocks date back to nearly 2 billion years ago, which is insane. 2 billion years, crazy. And of course, the Grand Canyon has also a long history with the indigenous. Native Americans have been around this area thousands, including the Puebloans, Senegalese groups, and the Paiutes, Navajo, other groups all across this area. Pretty crazy to think about. Of course, just, just really incredible. It's you don't get many places like this. Absolutely. Sorry about that, copper stick. Um, I have to. Just gorgeous. I mean, yeah, this is basins here, but man, can't wait. Great, like I said, the sim as good as the sim is, the model of the Grand Canyon, it's still better than all the other ones. Unbelievably, holy goodness, the mighty Grand Canyon. See, this is what this sim's made for, by the way, guys. This isn't just a. I know you can use the sim for being silly, playing around, or do your average shuttle run, like your LA San Francisco stuff. As good as that is, when you get to the naturally beautiful parts of this world, like Grand Canyon, Utah National Parks, Yellowstone, this is what this sim is truly for. It's unparalleled from all your flight sims for general aviation. It's incredible, and I still am a huge fan of GA. Even though I still fly more of the airliners nowadays with our virtual airline, I still try to find some time for the general aviation here on the streams. I still love GA. Just incredible. this sim is just, like I said. And this isn't going to be the only nice scenery we're going to be flying to as well. And besides Grand Canyon, we're also going to be checking out Lake Mead as well. We'll be flying over Mead and Hoover Dam, and then finally make our way over to gorgeous Las Vegas. And we'll be flying through the Strip. So we'll guys get plenty of pictures for the Las Vegas Strip and make our way over to Las Vegas International. Just incredible. Top tier scenery today in this sim. Man, this sim is just remarkable. Great. I mean, you have one of the best planes in the sim in the Comanche. You have one of the most scenic places on the globe in the Grand Canyon. And you have this beautiful sunrise. That sunrise, man, with those rocks, it's just a whole other part of the area here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and change the time back to what it was originally. 8:50 past. I want you guys to enjoy the beautiful, what it looked like in sunrise, man. That was epic. Absolutely epic. Yeah, this sim, man, when things go right, I mean, it's a different. Just we're about to hit the western half of the rims. All this carved by the mighty Colorado River. So, guys, if you aren't aware about the Colorado River, now, of course, if you ever talk about the mighty Colorado River, this river actually starts all the way. It actually goes from Colorado, from Granby. Then you go through Glenwood Springs, Grand Junction, Moab, goes through Lake Powell, Page, into Grand Canyon, Lake Mead, into Vegas, goes down south, Bullhead City, Lake Havasu, Blythe, into Yuma, and then Mexico. I mean, this might be one of the more scenic rivers in the United States in terms of natural scenery. One of the most scenic, beautiful rivers in the country. You should go through so many different interesting terrain. In Colorado, you got the beautiful Rocky Mountains in many different areas. In Utah, of course, you go through the Canyonlands and fog, Canyonlands, and Arizona, the Grand Canyon, of course. Go through Lake Mead, enter Las Vegas through the desert. Yeah, it's one of the more scenic rivers. I think if you're still here playing neutral, have you ever completed a river run of the Colorado? If not, I might have to suggest that to you next time. I don't know if you ever did that. You're still here playing neutral. Because I would think that would be the perfect river run. It has some of the it features some of the best scenery in the sim. Because that whole area, Vegas, Grand Canyon, Page, Glen Canyon, Canyonlands National Park, the Rocky Mountains. Gorgeous. Oh yes, and absolutely, do not confuse it for the one in Texas. Because there's another Colorado River in Texas. That's actually the river in Texas from La Mesa to Bay City. It flows through pretty much through Austin, most notably. And thank you for pointing that out, Gobnik. A lot of people get that confused, including yours truly sometimes. So, man, this has been cool. Hey, Dryson with a rate of 25 people. Dryson, hello. Oh, thank you, Gopnik. I didn't know he did. Dryson viewers, good to have you here, guys. Welcome on in. We're flying over the Grand Canyon today of our All Countries Around the World trip, day 51. We're in the Piper Comanche, and we're heading from Phoenix to Las Vegas. Took the scenic route. We started with Phoenix. We flew up to Sedona, checked out the beautiful Red Rocks of Sedona. Then we did Flagstaff, flew around Humphreys Peak, the tallest point in Arizona. We stopped at Grand Canyon Village, and we explored, and we were going to fly over much of the Grand Canyon. And finally, of course, after our next stop in One Golf 4, we'll be heading our way to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, where our virtual airline has a hub. So guys, I hope you're doing well, Dryson. I hope you had a great stream, my dude. Where'd you end up flying to today? Yeah, I think this is a very stunning trip. We have Copper Stick here with us. He's flying along in the pits. But yeah, it is super nice. This is a very scenic area. And guys, if you like this scenic area, well, stick around for next Friday's stream, because we got another banger of a scenic flight. We're going to be going from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're going to head first to St. George, Utah. Then from there, we'll check out Zion National Park, Bryce Canyon National Park, Capitol Reef, Canyonlands, and Archons. We're going through the Big 5 Southern Utah National Parks next Friday. So stick around for that one. That's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, nice! Flew to Dubrovnik. Oh, that's a good spot. Dubrovnik, that's a great pick. Like, Croatia is definitely a country I really wanted to visit in real life. Is Croatia? They got so many really cool port cities. I know it's got too many tourists. I believe. I blame the fact there's too many tourists in Dubrovnik. But I mean, it's a beautiful town. I mean, Croatia's coast is gorgeous. I mean, there's a lot of really cool Croatian towns on the coast of the Adriatic. There's also Split. Split is a beautiful city, tons of history. Adar, Pula's got a rich history too. Pula's got really good history as well, and Rijeka as well. Tons of history and stuff. Croatia's got tons of rich history with its Adriatic port towns. Tons of history in that. Thanks for the band in the box. Oh, nice! You got to visit IRL too. That's gorgeous. I'm jealous. So there was actually one other port city I really want to check out in real life for the Adriatic coast. I want to check out the city of Kotor, Montenegro. Is the Montenegro Kotor? Kotor would be the town I want to visit because it is absolutely gorgeous. It's like the only southernmost fjord in Europe. It's got a beautiful canyon, stunning scenery. It's got a rich history too, tons of cultural stuff, and there are plenty of things to. That's where I want to check out this Coder. That would be an absolutely awesome. Oh my god, you almost banned it by accident. Oh no, that would be bad if he banned driving like that. Come on, you know he's a good friend of mine in the community. But yeah, guys, I hope you're liking this stream. I like to give you guys some information. If you guys aren't aware of who I am, I'm Viperstrike 95. I stream here 3 days a week. I've been streaming since 2021. I've been flying this sim since it came out back in 2020. I've done plenty of series before. I've flown several historical series. Most recently, the 2017 Brittany DC Around the World recreation. Round trip from Geneva. Took me about 78 legs to get there. I did a 1926 Berlin Beijing flight with the J-52, going across the heartland of Russia. And of course, this is my most ambitious journey. This is the all countries trek, and this is my most ambitious series yet. We started back at my home airport at Kilo Juliet Victor Yankee, just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. We're going to visit every sovereign country. So we start from there, flew down to Florida, went for the Caribbean, including the Bahamas, Cuba, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and many of the smaller Leeward Islands. Then we checked out all South America, Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay, Argentina, Chile, Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, and Colombia. Then we finished the rest of Latin America, Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Belize, and we just finished Mexico on Friday. Now we're going to climb back up the United States, visit briefly in British Columbia, and then make our way through Alaska until we reach Asia. But it's going to take us about over a year or two to complete the trip. But that is something I've really been wanting to do for a long time, is visit all the country. Of course, I provide slides for each of the places we'll be visiting. So, of course, our next stop is Grand Canyon West Airport. Be our next stop. One Golf 4, it is mainly owned and operated by the Hualapai tribe. It's on their reservation, and it's mainly used for plane, helicopter, and bus tours. So they operate a lot of some of the tour stuff actually do operate out of this airport. A lot of tours operate out of this airport. We'll just have a brief landing here. If any of you guys want to join on in, you guys are more than welcome on join on in for the trip. You guys are all more than welcome to fly. This is a group flight, by the way. So we're in the Southeast Asian server. And if you want to take a recommended plane, just take anywhere between 150 and 170 knots. I'm not going to try to fly too quickly, but I want to get there in a good enough time. But man, this has been an absolute gorgeous trip. And man, just imagine what this is going to look like in 24, FS24. It's going to be absolutely nuts in FS24 Grand Canyon, because they're going to use updated data and all that. It's going to be gorgeous. So of course, I really want to do out trip west. Not next year, but the year 2026. So Grand Canyon is one of the places I really want to take a look at in real life. Um, so and that's why I'm really interested in checking out the beautiful Grand Canyon. That was one of the places I'm looking at. There's so many really cool places around Arizona. I've been doing some research. For example, I was looking at what kind of tours are available, well as checking out what to do and all that, and cost of rent. I really want to do an out trip west. Yeah, that's our airport right here. That's Grand Canyon West Airport. Right on top of one of the mesas. I mean, the views are absolutely insane. Oh boy. It's been awesome, guys. Thank you so much for coming here. I've been very blessed to have you guys here and very grateful to have all you guys here. Well, I'm going to turn off the autopilot. I hope I don't crash. Because the views have been absolute. That is just absolutely amazing. I mean, 4 years later, and it's still this good looking. Just of course, we have one final stop left to go, and that is Vegas. Yeah, it still looks a little melted. Yeah, it does, but it's still really cool though. It's still the Grand Canyon. It's still an absolute treat of a place. I'm just doing this to just try to bleed a little bit of speed. Yeah, our final stop will be at beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys are going to be very excited about Vegas, obviously. We're actually going to take a break here. I'm going to reset the time to be around sunset because I know you guys want to see Las Vegas at night. Of course, it's Las Vegas. It's Sin City, of course. You guys want to check that out at night. Very, very excited to be. Here we go, guys. Like I said, I still massively enjoy GA. Even with all the airliners like the 73 and 777, I still massively enjoy GA. Still love. Oh, whoa, that's what I call smooth landing. Oh, boy. Okay, Grand Canyon West Airport. Go ahead and... We'll stop here if anyone else wants to join on in. You guys are more than welcome to. Taking a quick break. We'll get back flying pretty shortly. Yeah, this is Grand Canyon West Airport. This is a gorgeous scenery here. So yeah, guys, I wanted to ask you all, I hope you guys have had a great weekend so far and enjoy your old weekend. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I know there's been a lot of stuff going on with you guys in various communities. So, I've been doing plenty of flying, and I've been really excited to fly out of Las Vegas. I mean, you can't go wrong with stunning general aviation scenery and flying here. I thought this thing was faster. I mean, no worries there, Coppa Stick. We're not going to go too quickly. So, guys, you guys ready for the final leg? So we're going to go set the time some. What would you, I guess? Yeah, I think that would work. 7:04 p.m. That would work nicely. Go ahead and taxi back to 7:44 would be 7:10 would work, and that'll give us 30 minutes to get to Las Vegas. That'll give us plenty of time to fly over to Vegas. 7:10. Up, up, and away we go. And we're going to set that to 6,000 feet. We don't need super high altitude here today. We just high enough where we get to actually enjoy the sunlight. So, we're about to approach Las Vegas from sunset. And look at the views from here, guys. Look at the view from the blocks. when that sunset hits, like, it's a whole different feel with the scenery. Absolutely. So we're about to approach Lake Mead. Will be coming up soon. So Lake Mead is actually the artificial lake that was formed when they dammed when Hoover Dam dammed the Colorado River back in the. This was the artificial lake that was built by the dam. It's currently used for quite a few things, including fishing and all that. It used to be bigger, but nowadays with all the drought and stuff, it's actually been dropping below capacity. But this lake is still very important as it provides sustenance to nearly 20 million people in the states of Arizona, California, and Nevada. And one of the more interesting things about this area was in 1948, a B-29 Superfortress crashed here, and it's now at the bottom of the lake. Apparently, it was testing a prototype missile guidance system called as a sun tracker, which basically is an infrared missile, and it crashed into the lake, still in the bottom of it. So, that'll be pretty interesting as well about the. Let's go ahead and talk about Hoover Dam. This is one of the most interesting architectural marvels in the country. You see, this was actually built. It was actually a concrete arc gravity dam built in the Black Canyon of the Colorado River. It was constructed between 1931 and 1936 during the Great Depression. It was dedicated to by FDR. Its construction was a result of a massive effort involving thousands of workers. It cost about 100 lives to build this. It was actually named Hoover Dam in 1947 by Congress. Its construction cost was $49 million in 1931, which is equivalent to the whopping $790 billion from the U.S. government. Costing whopping out of money. It impounds like mead, and it's a massive. And it actually provides a lot of electric power for public utilities in Nevada, Arizona, and California. And is a major tourist attraction. Over 7 million tourists a year visit Hoover Dam. This dam is very impressive statistically too. It's 726 feet high. It's 1,244 feet long, and its width at its base is 660 feet. It has a volume of 3.25 cubic yards, or 2.48 cubic meters volume. Which is nuts. This thing can generate, it's got 17 turbines. Actually, no. 19 turbines power this thing, and it can generate 3.3 kilowatt hour, which is absolutely nuts. This thing is very, it's a very big thing as well. And Hoover Dam has been featured a lot in pop culture, in films, television movies, and more. For example, in film, it's been featured in the 1964 movie with Elvis, Viva Las Vegas. It was featured in the 2007 Transformers movie. It was featured in that. In television, it was featured. It was featured in the live action People special. And in video games, it was mainly featured in the 2010 video game Fallout New Vegas. That was the pivotal role in that game as multiple factions try to control Hoover Dam. Yeah, super important dam, and it's really one of the more unique areas um, to visit. We're about to. This is Lake Mead in front of us, guys. So we'll be flying over Hoover Dam, so we'll take some snapshots and make our way over to Vegas. So let's see who's flying with us. I think KPHX behind us. He is. Anthony Corsair. Nice. Yeah, the scenery today has been outstanding today. Here's the area around Lake Mead. This is absolutely gorgeous. The Lake Mead area is so gorgeous. That's why I'm actually end up being glad that our Virtual Airlines new West Coast hub is in Vegas. Because you're not far from the Grand Canyon, St. George, Valley of Fire, Death Valley. Great scenery. Oh, love this. Oh yes, that's right, Gopnik. Yeah, he did do it. Okay, I didn't know if he already did it or not, like I said. Didn't know. Yeah, the Colorado, one of the prettiest rivers in the United States. So of course, we'll be reaching Las Vegas very soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about the Sin City when we get ready to head there. And yes, I worked on these slides myself, by the way. I do these before the streams. But Las Vegas, Nevada. Sin City, it's Nevada's largest city. One of the largest metropolitan areas in the southwest United States, behind Phoenix. Of course, you guys all know about Las Vegas. It's an international renowned resort city for gambling, shopping, fine dining, entertainment, and nightlife. Mainly centered in downtown Vegas and most notably the Las Vegas Strip. Its city itself has 641,000 people, but its metropolitan area is at a whopping 2.22 million people, which is the 25th largest city in the country. It bills itself as the entertainment capital of the world, and rightfully so, thanks to all the casino hotels, theaters, and entertainment all around the city. So much so that the nickname Sin City derives from the tolerance of adult entertainment. It made it very popular for literature, films, TV programs, and commercials. Funnily enough, you'd be surprised about this, but Las Vegas was actually a relatively recent city. It was settled back in 1905 and incorporated in 1911. However, the reason why Las Vegas grew was that during 1931, Nevada actually legalized casino gambling and reduced residency requirements for divorce. Combine that with the Hoover Dam, and you guys all know about that. As a result, after World War II, Las Vegas flourished with lots of hotels, gambling casinos, and more. Eventually grew up to becoming what it was today. There are so many, and culturally it is pretty rich with all the different museums and such. And nowadays, even sports teams are starting to make their home in Vegas. Most notably, the original Vegas professional team, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, as well as the NFL's Las Vegas Raiders, and the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces. Though Major League Baseball is going to have a team there in 2028. By 2028, the Oakland A's are moving there. And I've heard rumors that the National Basketball Association is going to bring a team there too. So technically, by 2028, all four of the U.S. professional leagues are going to make a home in Vegas, which is actually very insane if you think about it. All this within a span of 10 years. All within a span of 10 years, all four of the teams are going to make a home in Vegas. And all that's because, well, nowadays sports gambling isn't as frowned upon as it used to be. Go figure. Of course, and then of course our airport of choice, Harry Reid International Airport. It's actually one of the biggest airports in the United States. It's actually the 8th busiest in the country with 57.6 million people last year, which is a new record. Opened back in 1943 as Alamo Field, originally for general aviation, but it became much more of a passenger airport starting in the 50s. It's only one of 2 airports in the country to have slot machines in the terminals, the other, of course, being the other major Nevada airport, up in Reno. It's currently served by over 30 airlines and operating base for Allegiant, Frontier, KPHX, Southwest, and Spirit Airlines. And it has flights, international flights to Asia, Europe, and North America. And there are tons of destinations. Think about it. Domestic destinations out west like LA, Phoenix, San Francisco, Albuquerque, Seattle, and Portland. Eastern U.S. flights to New York, Louisville, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Atlanta. International North American flights include Guadalajara in Mexico City. Canadian destinations like Calgary, Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto. European destinations, including upcoming one to Dublin, London Heathrow, Amsterdam, and Frankfurt. And it even has one Asian route over to Seoul. But it's a great airport. And there's also an amazing scenery for this airport too, for Fly Tampa. I thankfully I do have the Fly Tampa Las Vegas scenery because, well, our virtual airline now has a hub for Firefly Air. Our virtual airline now has a hub in Harry Reid. So we'll be flying to there as well. You guys are going to absolutely love this. Look at this. Sunset could not come at a better time. I'll have to turn on the lane lights here. Once we get into Las Vegas. So guys, thank you all so much for coming here today. I mean, this has been a fantastic stream, guys. Plus to have you all here with me. If you guys are liking the content of the stream here, if you enjoyed the information provided to you guys from the stream about the places we fly, and you haven't followed the channel yet, and you're enjoying this, why not smash the follow button, support the channel. I stream here 3 days a week. Wednesdays are the virtual airline streams. I fly with Firefly Air. We fly all across, our various hubs around the globe. Dublin, Bristol, Zurich, Pittsburgh, Las Vegas. Vancouver, Quito, Rio de Janeiro, Sydney, Auckland, Queenstown, Nairobi, and Nagoya are some of our hubs fly across the globe. Here's Hoover Dam. Let's turn off the autopilot briefly. There's Hoover Dam. Holy, go just look at the terrain. Yeah, the area around Vegas is just breathtaking. And here's the rest of the Colorado River. Look at that. Here's Hoover Dam. That is gorgeous. Look at that. That's a screenshot for sure under this. That is just unbelievably gorgeous, guys. Oh my god, look at the scenery here. Oh my gosh, that was gorgeous. So of course, the Fly Tampa Vegas scenery is absolutely worth your pennies. It's one of the best payware airports. Is the Fly Tampa Vegas. You can't, no joke, go wrong with that scenery. Just mesmerizing. Las Vegas, absolutely. I'm just blown away by everyone here. Yeah, I absolutely love our new Las Vegas hub, by the way. If you guys aren't aware, I love our new Las Vegas stories. We're going to fly this way for a bit. We'll check out downtown, and then, of course, we're going to check out the strip. Once you check out the strip, we're not going to go. I'm actually going to slow down considerably when we get to the strip. I want you guys to take your time looking at the Las Vegas strip. But yeah, so in terms of busy U.S. airports, by the way, um, in terms of passenger traffic, um, Las Vegas Airport is actually ranked 19th busiest in the world last year. It's pretty crazy. It's 19th busiest, which is above airports just Seoul, Incheon, Shanghai, Beijing, and Miami. Pretty crazy to think Vegas is actually busier than all those airports. And in terms of aircraft movements, Las Vegas is actually the 5th busiest airport in the world by total aircraft movements. Because Vegas isn't just popular with airliner stuff. It's also very busy with the passengers. And I also have flown into this airport too, in real life. It was during a stopover to Long Beach. Very cool airport. And here we are, guys, the strip. And as they say here in Vegas, the house always wins. Oh, okay, maybe not real life. Slow down a bit. We approach Las Vegas. Now this isn't the only airport in the city. There's actually a couple around the city. There's North Las Vegas Airport, Victor Golf Tango. That's North Las Vegas Airport. This is well known for general aviation, BA Airport. And it's Nevada's third busiest airport after Harry Reid and Reno. That's North Vegas. To our right, if you look to our right, see these two runways here? This is Nellis, the home of the fighter pilot, Nellis Air Force Base. Kilo Lima Sierra Victor. Very busy for military traffic. Very busy for military aviation. Always busy for those. Then in the south of Las Vegas International is Henderson. And this is another pretty busy EA airport. So Vegas has got lots of general aviation airports around the Vegas. Pretty important stuff to mention about Nevada. So in terms of Vegas International's destinations, the top 5 busiest destinations for Las Vegas International domestically are Los Angeles at 1 with 1.32 million, Denver number 2 with 1.19, 3 Seattle with 967,000, 4th is DFW, Dallas Fort Worth, and finally at 5 is Atlanta. The top 3 busiest international routes are the Toronto Pearson, London Heathrow, and Mexico City are your top 3. So now the Vegas Strip. So in front of us is downtown Las Vegas. Right in front of us is downtown Vegas. In downtown, you can find lots of things, including the Fremont Street, the Mob Museum, and of course, Clark County Government Center and all. As you can find that all in downtown. In the Neon Museums too. So in front of us here is the Stratosphere Tower, is the Strip. Here it is, guys. Welcome to beautiful Las Vegas. Welcome to the Las Vegas Strip, everyone. Welcome to Vegas. Here's the Stratosphere Tower, one of the tallest buildings in the city, the Stratosphere. Of course, there is the Sphere, the biggest sphere that was just recently built for the past couple of days. The Wind. The Wind's located here. The Venetian, all of these areas in the Strip. Look at all the buildings here in the Strip. The Encore. There's the wheel. There's Bellagio right here. There's the world famous fountains of Bellagio. There's tons of casinos to pick from. There's T-Mobile Arena, home of the Vegas Golden Knights, original sports major league team in Las Vegas. And of course, here is Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders and the UNLV Rebels. They also play football here. That's our tour of the Vegas. So let's go ahead and get ready to take off the autopilot. We're going to fly over the airport and land back at 19 right. We're going to land in the general aviation park. We're going to land in GA parking. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this little trip through Las Vegas. Absolutely incredible. Las Vegas certainly does not get home. And like I said, I'm so happy this became our Virtual Airlines brand new hub. Like, I like Lake Tahoe, but man, it doesn't equal to Vegas. Oh yeah, one more thing. We'll also be flying over the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, too. So here's the UNLV campus. of the Nevada Las Vegas Rebels. And there's the Thomas and Mack Center right down below. It's Thomas and Mack Center, home of the UNLV Rebels, the Run Rebels basketball team, which even has its own documentaries. What a flight, guys! This was absolutely. And this scenery, the Fly Tampa scenery is just insane. But yeah, Las Vegas, man. I could not ask for a better. Well, I couldn't ask for a better flight than this today. This might be my new favorite flight. Um, oh, oh, okay. Not the smoothest land. That's a little bit of a bumpy one. See how the maintenance is. Where do I want? Well, there is a general aviation parking area right around this area. Oh, let's get out of the. Yeah, lots of business jets make their home in Vegas. So this would be a perfect opportunity for a lot of you business jets to do some flying out. Now, this truly feels like a hub. And this has been a ton of fun. I really am thankful. Yeah, I think this is amazing. I think this is really awesome. And it's thanks to you guys that have been a huge help for me today. You guys keep company, and I'm very happy. Go find somewhere to park, wrap up today's trip in stunning Las Vegas. I think our next taxiway is going to be here. Let's park. I think there's parking over here. Let's go parking 60. Parking brake up. And we're going to pull back to next. Guys, that will wrap up our day in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Guys, this was just awesome stream today. This was a ton of fun. Guys, seriously, thank you all so much for coming here today. Dryson, thank you for bringing your viewers here today, too. So, man, this was an amazing trip. I mean, we took off from Phoenix. We had stunning views of Sedona, Arizona. Then made our way over to Flagstaff, Grand Canyon, and of course, we checked out Las Vegas, Nevada. Guys, thank you all so much for coming here today. I hope you all had a great weekend. And we'll be back here on Wednesday. We'll be back at Zurich for another Firefly Air shuttle flight. We'll find out where we're going to be going there. So, so in the meantime, we'll separate to my really good and close friend, Boozy Sheep. So, guys, thank you once again for coming here. And I hope you all have an amazing week. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. Goodbye, everyone.